feeling maybe you won't, what the quarterback plan was for this week.
I wouldn't want to disappoint you. Yeah, we got it worked out. We're figuring out playtime right now, and Drew needs to play a lot of football, because he missed a game. So that's the main thing that I get done on this weekend.
Does he play with the starters, maybe more than the last week?
You have to wait and see.
Physically, do you feel like he's back to normal?
I'd like to see again today. He made it through yesterday. Did not show a sign of it, but he did a nice job getting through it. So I'd like to see him make sure that he's back and bounced. He did fine yesterday. He didn't let anybody know, but he was working to get through it. So we'll see how much better he is today. But he's going to get all the work that we can give him, and we're not holding anything back.
Geno has had the majority of reps, vast majority throughout camp. Is there anything Drew can do to pass him between now and the end of camp?
That's not true that he's had the vast majority of reps. It looks like that because the guy missed the game, okay? Then that's why that comes out. But in practice, we've evened these things out as best we can. So that's been part of the design. So whereas it might look like that and appear to that, and everybody's worried about that's happening, we're in pretty good shape in that regard. But this game is really important because it's kind of a makeup deal. So I'm going to make sure and take care of business on that.
Tackling has been one of the issues for you guys in both preseasons.
Something Drew can do to catch Geno in this last time?
Yeah, I'm wide open for whatever happens. I mean, Geno's been the guy in the lead position the whole time, and I've protected that thought with, throughout. And he's done a really nice job. He's been very consistent. So we'll just see what happens. And there's 2 more weeks of practice too after this. So where the timeline, I had a set thought on what we would do with the timeline, but that got disrupted. And so we're going to use all the time we need.
Did you ever consider?
I mean, today's a really big day for me, find out what they look like today. The guy's coming back from COVID. He made it back yesterday, 2 days ago, did fine. Made it through everything, all the walkthrough stuff yesterday, did fine. Let's see how he goes today, and we'll see where it fits. But I'm not closing, I'm not closing the book on anybody competing for their spots. We have 2 enormous weeks coming up, and the finish of this one next week is a huge week for us, and then we come back with another full week and an extra day. So we got a lot of time here to work it out. On my schedule, maybe you not feeling that schedule, but my schedule, I'm okay.
The reason I ask you that, I'm saying not necessarily, and that's a competition.
Well, I'm saying that we weren't afforded that opportunity this time around. I can go ahead and just call it, but I want to let the guys battle and let them show where they are and let us get as much information as possible. Geno's done a really good job of being in that position. His voice is solid. He's on point all the time. He's been very consistent with his work, all of that. And Drew has been really sharp. So I know it's not supposed to be a good situation when you have 2 quarterbacks. It means you don't have one, as the old saying, But I don't know. We might have 2 ones. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the formula you have for winning games.
But how much do you need those reps?
I think, like everybody says, you practice what you're going to do in the game. So I believe getting as many practice reps as I can with Drew and Geno will be the determining factor of a lot of stuff.
What's life been like since you signed your contract?
I mean, he's a very down-to-earth person. He loves football, loves the game, and very studious. I know every time I come in here during the off day, he's always in here. Him and Geno both, and along with Jake Eason. So, I mean, that room is very competitive, and they're going to be real good for each other.
How odd is the situation of trying to establish a rapport with the quarterback, but you don't know which one it's going to be?
I mean, just going out there doing my job and letting the coaches decide who's really going to be the quarterback. But I'm just taking my reps and making the most of them.
Geno's had a lot of reps with the ones. Do you feel like maybe you need to see Drew with the ones when you're out there?
I don't need to see nothing. Pete just left, so that's a question for him.